Alright, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not much of a fan of Ho-Oh itself, but Silver as a character I do really like. Um I I know I'm a little bit late to this showcase, but I've just been very busy with IRL stuff. So now hopefully I can finally get back to doing daily uploads because now I have a little bit more time. So I'll see how the days go out and I'll try to do daily uploads, but for the time being, um, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be guaranteed uploads, but for the other days, I'm gonna try to do daily uploads again. But from what I can see, I'll possibly be able to do them again, which is gonna be good because I'm excited about that and I miss doing daily uploads. So, but yeah. So, anyways, let's get with this Ho-Oh showcase. So they have their grid expansion now, which obviously a lot of you guys already know about because it's been almost a few days now. But they definitely got a lot better, which is good. I do have them at level 135, so they are completely maxed out. And they're 20 out of 20, 5 out of 5. So like, yeah, they're good. I think they're 20 out of 20, if I'm not mistaken. I don't 100% know, but I guess we'll do that right now. No, they're not. Okay. A little bit of a mistake there, but there we go. Now they're 20 out of 20. I'm glad I checked beforehand. Yeah, that would have been a little bit embarrassing. But anyways, let's just go back to the co-op because we're going to be taking a look at them in the Mullane stage because he is weak to fire. But the grid that I have set up for him, I have two grids set up. Obviously, Overheat being the one that you're going to want to run with because Overheat is his strongest move. So with the Overheat build, this is what I have. I have Ramming Speed and Inertia. So the more his speed has been raised, the more powers up his move. So Overheat is going to be hitting even harder. And then Inertia, whenever he does Sync Move to get the Sun up, his Sync Move will be hitting a little bit harder too. But by the time he gets his Sync Move, when you do use it the first time, you're not going to have Sun up. So you are going to be missing a little bit of that power boost from Sunny Day. Um, which does kind of suck. Because the way, like, if unless you have like Elisa, where you can like sort of rig the sick move counter, you can definitely get your sick move up again before the sun runs out. But if you don't have Elisa, then the sun is gonna run out before you get to your sick move, so it's gonna be a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. You have to make a little bit of sacrifices. But I also have Overheat move Gauge Refresh 3, and then I have the Trainer move MP Refresh, and then I have Overheat Mind Swell, so it has a moderate chance of raising the user's special attack when the user uses a move. So he's a little bit self-sufficient in that way if you don't have anyone on the team that can raise your special attack. And then for the second build, I have over here, which is Sacred Fire. I mean, you can do that if you want, but obviously Overheat is going to be the better way to go about it. But we have Sacred Fire power-ups along with the accuracy. And then we have Solar Flare 5. So his sync move is going to be getting a 50% increase when the weather is sunny. And that's rarely going to be taking effect unless you have someone on the team that can help with reducing the sync move counter. And then we also have Inertia again. And then we have Fast Track, so every time he uses a move, his speed will be getting higher. If you don't have anyone on the team that can raise his speed, he's going to be self-sufficient that way for his sync move, which will be good. And then we have Sacred Fire move gauge refreshes. So yeah, there's that. So for the first battle, we're going to take a look at Overheat. Just because it's gonna be like obviously the best build for Ho-Oh. We're not gonna do Solar Beam just because like we have other grass type users in the game that have that are actually a lot better. Like for example, Brendan, he's gonna be much better than Ho-Oh when it comes to grass attack. So we're just going to avoid Solar Beam completely because if you don't have Sun, this is going to be a 2-turn attack, which is going to be annoying. So avoid Solar Beam with Ho-Oh unless you have someone on the team that can set up Sun constantly for Ho-Oh. But anyways, his training move, if you don't know, raised evasion and critical rate, and the stats are sharply raised when the weather is sunny. And then for his passive, he has Charging Sun 6, and then he has Speeding Sun 2, and then he has Solarize. So yeah, he will hit very hard when he's in the sun on his sync move. So let's get into the battle and see how he can perform, because this is actually going to be the first time I'm seeing him too. So yeah, I guess you're going to see my live reaction when it comes to Ho-Oh. But let's set up everything. So we're going to have it in ×2 speed, and then we're going to just hit Strengthen Me until we see the stats that we actually like. So it might be a little bit until we get Ho-Oh to actually start attacking. So I want to see him at like +6 speed, obviously, because then he's gonna get the max multiplier when it comes to inertia and everything. So that's what we want. So for the time being, we'll just spam his training move because we keep getting MP refreshes, which is good. So we'll keep spamming that, and then once we get the stats that I like, then we're gonna start attacking because we're gonna be at our sync move now too, which is gonna be good. Because then we can actually see what he can do when he is in the sun, because that's where he gets a lot of his multipliers. So we are not going to be able to sync again with Ho-Oh in the sun. Like, we're going to be able to sync again, but it's going to be when the sun runs out, which is going to be kind of annoying, but it is what it is. What can you do? So without the sun, Ho-Oh on Overheat is doing 2,900 damage, which is pretty good. So we're gonna sync move now, and then we'll see how much he can do. So from 2,900 to how much? I would probably say maybe 4, 5, at most 7,000 maybe. So let's go for the Overheat, and I do have Dauntless on Ho-Oh because I do plan on using Overheat a lot more. So I don't want this. 10,000 damage. Wow. Okay. That's a lot more than what I was expecting. That's for sure. Wow. That's actually really good. Damn. Okay. Ho-Oh definitely impressed me. And then 11,000 damage there. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a big buff for Ho-Oh that he just got. So if you don't have... I mean, we do have Leon on the team as well. I forgot to mention that. We do have Leon, and he is giving a 20% boost because we do have 2 Galar trainers on the team. So we are going to be getting a 20% damage increase as well. So that the damage that Ho-Oh is doing is definitely really good. 11,000 damage on Overheat when you do have the 20% buff with Leon's Master Passive. That's good. So if we're taking out the Master Passive, this guy is going to be hitting like about 10,000 damage at the most. And that's still very acceptable. And when you can use his sync move in the sun, he's going to be hitting very hard too, because he does get a lot of multipliers in the sun for his sync move too. So that's really good for sure. So there we go. Inertia didn't really play effect for the sync move because we couldn't... I mean, it did, but... it gets strong, like obviously he gets stronger in the sun, and the ramming speed, that obviously helped a lot more too. So definitely really good. So now let's take a look at Sacred Fire and see what he can do over here. So don't forget, when we are in the sun, the Sacred move is going to be getting a little bit stronger too. So what I plan on doing, because we're really going to be taking a look at our damage in the sun. So we're going to take out Elisa and bring in Rapidash. Just so we can actually get sun up and everything. I don't know if that's going to be the most optimal way to go about it. So what I'm going to do is take out Raihan for now, and then bring in Elisa so that we can reduce the sync move counter ahead of time. Just to sort of help with getting our sync move very fast. Because then we could just switch out and then start going in with Ho-Oh right away, because obviously we're going to have sun up with Rapidash. So let's do that. And then we can see what our sync move damage will do in the sun. Hopefully this works out. I honestly didn't try this one before, so just going as or doing as we go. All right, so let's go with Breathtaking. Use it on ourselves, and then after we switch out, we'll okay, perfect. There we go. And then we're gonna switch into Ho-Oh, and then we'll be able to get our sync move off. No problem. Like, even if the sun goes away, it's no problem, because then we could just use Rapidash again and get sun up. So let's go for Strength in Me. Rapidash won't put in sun again until the first sun runs out, so we don't have to worry about that at all. So there we go. Boom, we got our sync move. Sun is still up. And we're going to wait for Hilbert to actually get all our stats up to the max. It's going to be pretty fast just because Hilbert is such a good support in terms of raising speed, defense. The only thing he's kind of lacking is, what's it called? Oh, okay, we can't increase our speed anymore, so it's going to be +4 speed. But sun is up, so we are definitely going to get a lot of multipliers, including with inertia. So let's see how much damage this is going to do. And it does 11,000 damage. Yeah, Ho-Oh in the sun, when it comes to sync move, is going to hit really hard. And don't forget, we were only at +4 speed, so we were missing a little bit of speed there too. So this is the Sacred Fire build, so I don't know why I went with Overheat, so forgive me. Forgive me. Let's go with Sacred Fire and see how much this one is gonna do now. So we are still in Sun, obviously, because Ho-Oh did Sync Move too. So Sacred Fire is gonna do how much? 5,800 damage. So you can definitely see the difference in damage in terms of Overheat and Sacred Fire. So if you want to go for like a damage build with normal moves, then obviously Overheat is going to be the way to go. But if you want to go with the Sync move, then you're going to have to go on the path where Sacred Fire is. So you're probably going to have to go with the Sacred Fire build, if you maybe, unless you just want to sort of have like a mixed build. But like with this new, or with the grid update from a while ago, we could have multiple builds. So like if there's certain builds that you want to go with, then you could just have multiple builds over here, which is good. But for the most part, I think I'm going to be sticking with the Overheat build. I named it O-Heat because, like, obviously you have a certain amount of characters that you could fit in the in the word slot, so that's what I have there. But overall, like, Ho-Oh, his grid expansion is definitely really good. But of course, if you do have Red and you have Leon, you're most likely not going to be using Ho-Oh unless you really do like Ho-Oh in Silver. And personally, I'm not much of a fan of Ho-Oh, so I'm going to be passing up on Ho-Oh, but he definitely is really good as a free-to-play option for Fire type. So if you don't have Leon and if you don't have Red and Charizard, then Ho-Oh is going to be a nice option because obviously Rapidash and Blaine, they're very easy to get. And then Ho-Oh sets up Sun himself as well. But if you want to have Sun up for his Sync move, then obviously you can have other Pokemon on the team that can help with Sun. Like you have Meganium that can put Sun up on the Sync move with the grid. You have some Eggmons now, like Fire-type Eggmons that can have Sunny Day as well. So you have options for sure. So like I said, if you don't have Red, if you don't have Leon, Ho-Oh is going to be a very nice option for a Fire-type striker. But here he is, max level 135, 5 out of 5, 20 out of 20. These are his stats right here. Pretty good. That's his lucky skill. Like I said, I've Dauntless because I'm maining Overheat for Ho-Oh. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I'm a little bit late to this, like I said earlier in the video, but it is what it is. Life gets in the way. But let me know what you guys think of Ho-Oh. He is definitely very good. Personally, I feel this was a grid expansion that was needed. Because before he was okay. He was okay. But now with this grid expansion, he's definitely a lot more usable, which is great. Because Silver as a character is very cool. Ho-Oh is cool, but I mean, he's not one of my like picks that I would want to have on the team. Like I'm just not much of a fan of like the rooster, chicken, bird, whatever. Like not for me. But I mean, I like the whole history, the lore, backstory, and everything with Ho-Oh, so I'll give him that. But anyways, getting off track. That's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys later.